Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. You guys seem to love my last record collection video. It did really well, so I decided to make a part 2 for you guys. Throw this into my filming schedule a little bit last minute. I've picked out some really fun, awesome records. If you would like to subscribe, it would mean the entire world to me, and if you would share my channel, all these things. Down below in my link tree, I have all my links, including the link to stream my music under Bethy. It would mean the world if you take a listen to my songs. You can also check out my music magazine that I was the editor-in-chief for in the link tree down below. You can find a record store map for Southern California, an interview with the owner of Amoeba Records, an interview with Sophie Cates, an interview with Piao, so much more. I also have a Depop, and I just recently this week put up a lot of pieces to our little spring collection. So if you would like to shop my closet for affordable prices, you can check that out also in my link tree. And we have tons of free gifts that we're doing with our purchases, stickers, little things. Don't forget to comment down below a favorite record that you saw, your favorite song, your favorite album, your favorite record, anything you're feeling, and we're gonna go ahead and jump right on into it. Also, look at how cute, adorable jade comb. It's gonna look so beautiful on a vanity, but it's from Grace and Stella. I love it. That's besides the point. Let's get into it. Going to kick us off with a good one. We have Mumford & Sons Babel. I like their album Delta a lot more, and that was my favorite. That was some of my favorite music in high school. I loved Delta, which I will show. Lover of the Light, Babel itself, I Will Wait, a lot of amazing songs. I've seen them in concert multiple times, and they are just amazing musicians. I have Wings, and I think it says something so much about me that side one, the first track, is London Town, and I also just love this cover. If you didn't know, I studied abroad in London, and it's my second home. It's my love of my life. So love, love, love. And you guys know how I feel about every member of the Beatles. Frank Sinatra, that's crispy. That is crispy. Frank Sinatra, again, it has that awesome plastic wrap on it. I believe I got these all from the record parlor. Frank Sinatra is a lot of like my family for me. I grew up with family members, absolutely, specifically my grandparents, loving Frank Sinatra and hearing it all the time. So it's very reminiscent for me and makes me think of them. And I listened to a ton of Frank Sinatra when I was in Europe. When I did my neighborhood walks, I would walk almost every day in London. I would like even on school days, I would take the time and go walk around London, and I would listen to Frank and Dean so much. And I remember there was one song of his that I was listening to, and I was walking on the outskirts of Notting Hill, and I was sobbing on the street. This is a true story. And then I kept walking at one point where I got so far away from the tube station that I had to walk all the way home, and it took me like almost 2.5 hours to walk home because I had gotten myself really far. I was just walking, and I got to walk through a bunch of neighborhoods and see little local churches, and so I associate this music with that. Also, as a singer, you know, we love Frank, someone with such a perfect voice. Beach Boys super hits, California Girls, Surfing USA, Surfer Girl, In My Room. You know, we got the classics. Love In My Room, that is my song. I think is a little bit random, but very special to me. Crispy record. Does anyone watch Key and Lolly? Because I grew up on Key and JC, and I've been watching Key's daily vlogs, and he always says he loves Coke, like Coca-Cola, and he always goes, I got myself a crispy Coke. And now I can't help but calling everything crispy. Anyways, pretty much no makeup on today, so if you're wondering why I look different, hopefully not scary, that's why. Moving on. The soundtrack to South Pacific, and this makes me so happy. It's a movie I watched all the time with my grandma. My grandma was my best friend. You guys know my song Lavender is about her, and we watched this movie all the time, and so it's really just memories for me. We watched this all the time, Finding Nemo all the time, and Sound of Music all the time. But honestly, for me, you know, gotta wash that man right out of my hair just makes me think so desperately of my grandma, and it's just so much fun. And also, going on things we used to watch together, Finding Nemo is genuinely, I think, like the most beautiful score ever. Look at how beautiful. This is so beautiful. The Magical Mystery Tour. Oh my god. Okay, the inside, you're gonna shake. I mean, this track list, insane. I Am the Walrus, Blue Jay Way, obviously Magical Mystery Tour, Hello Goodbye, Strawberry Fields, Penny Lane, All You Need Is Love. What? I want a print of this like in my house, on my wall. This is so cool. I am the walrus, cuckoo, cuckoo. I mean, I feel like all my videos of these have just turned into me hyping up the Beatles, which I don't think they need the promo. I'm just a big lover. I'm just a big Beatles lover. New records a lot, but I did just get this as a birthday gift in January from one of my best friends, Kim. This is one of my favorite albums of all time. I know every word, every breath, every sentence, every part of this album backwards and forwards. This is Punisher by Phoebe. And this is life. Also, this is one of my favorite album covers. I am in love, obsessed with this cover. I actually, on Depop, am this close to ordering someone like crocheted a tote bag of this cover because it's so beautiful. I just like don't need any more bags. Here's the back. This track list is gonna shake you up. DVD menu, Garden Song, Kyoto, Punisher, Halloween, Chinese Satellite, Moon Song, Savior Complex, ICU, Graceland 2, I know the end. I already showed this in my birthday haul. Cover is made for the Tim Burton girlies out there. So this is everything I've ever loved. Look at this beautiful art, and she has all the lyrics to all the songs in here. I am gonna be real and say that if I had to pick a favorite off Punisher, it is I Know the End. This is a lyrical album. You want lyrics that will change your life? Halloween is a big one for me. Chinese Satellite is tied for my other favorite, so I Know the End and Chinese Satellite would be my favorite. I love ICU though. I hate your mom. I hate it when she opens her mouth. It's amazing to me how much you can say when you don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to Graceland for my graduation trip, so Graceland 2 will be blasted. I made a whole playlist for my family of all Nashville Graceland songs, a lot of Dolly Parton, a lot of Elvis, you know the vibes. But of course, that was so disgusting. Of course, I included Graceland 2 because that is genuinely one of the most beautiful songs ever in the world. And Graceland 2 is one of those songs that makes me cry every single time I hear it. Every single time, without fail. Of course, if you don't know this by just the cover, what you doing? Sticky Fingers, The Rolling Stones, and this obviously has Wild Horses on it, so I don't need to go into which song is my fave off this record because Wild Horse is one of my favorite songs ever. Okay, next we do have Delta. This was my high school stuff. On repeat every night before bed was the song 42. Honestly, I haven't listened to that song in so long, and I feel like if I listened to it, I would be just transported to a certain place in time. Look at how beautiful this record is too, by the way. It's a beautiful yellow. This is bold for her. That it was probably the best concert she's ever been to. That's bold for my mom. I don't think I would go that far. I just love the song Guiding Light. That was a high repeater for me. Next we have another U2. We have Songs of Experience. And I showed you guys Songs of Innocence in my last video, and that one for me was huge. I know every single word to every single song on that album. This one for me is, I also do love this one. I just like, I prefer the other one, but I absolutely love the Blackout. I listen to that a lot. I love Love is Bigger Than Anything in Its Way. And I absolutely love You're the Best Thing About Me and Get Out of Your Own Way. Those are so good. And then also they have a extraordinary mixed version of Ordinary Love, which is a great song. Cover's cool because that is their kids. Also, I know a lot of people like the Songs of Innocence album that I love so much was put on everyone's iPhone, and I know a lot of people thought the cover, who like maybe didn't know them, was funny, but the cover is actually one of the band members and their son, so I know. But this is a cool album cover. I have new ones, but this is of course Rumors, but this is Rumors Live, and I can't lie, I love this cover. Is this better than the original album cover? I can't even tell, because what a slay mom is. You know what I mean? This is everything. This came out actually the week or like a week after I saw Stevie Nicks in concert. So here's the inside. I don't think I need to go into how iconic and perfect of an album Rumors is. I mean, we have The Chain, we have Landslide, Gold Dust Woman. I heard those live when I saw her. Go Your Own Way, which was actually one of the first 3 songs I ever learned how to play on the guitar. my guitar teacher was big into having me practice Go Your Own Way every single day, which is fun. But this is gonna sound basic, but Landslide is one of my favorite songs of all time. So, and seeing Stevie perform that live was huge for me. Really recommend. And this is live from the Forum in LA, and that is where I saw Stevie. And it was really cool because outside, I don't know if you are familiar with the Forum or not, the Forum is the Forum, it's like an inside joke with me and my friends and family, is kind of like my second home because Harry Styles always has his residencies at the Forum. So there was a time during Love on Tour when I was going to the Forum like 3 times a week. I'm a big Forum person because of my man, Mr. Harry Styles. Which, by the way, is there is a permanent sign in there because Harry is the person to sell out the Forum the most consecutive nights in history. And so there's a sign in there that stays there 24/7. So whenever I'm there for another concert that's not Harry, I look at that sign and I think, that's home. They usually will have a bunch of like outside on all the pillars, they'll put lyrics and stickers and things that you can take pictures of for the artist that's playing. And so when I saw Stevie Nicks, they actually had a cool pillar that had all the dates she's ever played the Forum in order. And it was really, really cool. The Jimi Hendrix Experience, which I absolutely love this cover. This is so cool. Purple Haze is on this guy. I really love Sandcastles in the Sky. That's not on here, but that's one of my faves. And the back is really cool. I went to Jimi Hendrix's apartment in London, which was really special. And it's a whole museum, not just his apartment, but they've turned a lot of it into a museum. And they have some of his guitars, some of his original, I think they have an original mirror that he had. They recreated his bedroom with an original mirror. And I got to take a mirror selfie in Jimi Hendrix's mirror. I remember being so excited. That day was really funny because I had tickets to the Jimi Hendrix Museum at a certain time. My class literally ended. My class went late, and I would say to get there from my house, it was like 25 minutes away. And so I went as far as I could on the tube, and then I got out and I was running because it was gonna close and I didn't know if they were gonna let me in. So I was running in heels and a dress and a beret through the streets of London at the fastest speed I could go, and they let me in, and I was like the last person, and I was like alone, but it was so iconic. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Deja Vu. Obviously iconic. We have Our House on here where we just get the height of history with Graham Nash dating Joni Mitchell and that song being about that. It's kind of funny. I did work revolving Graham Nash at my job today, which is funny. Relevant. Also, Graham Nash was playing a show and I was going as press and I was going to interview him, and then he canceled it because he was ill. He is okay. But I remember being so disappointed, not only because he was ill, but I was so excited to get to meet and talk and interview him. And then they rescheduled the concert and asked if I could still go as press and interview him, and I was going to be living in London, so I couldn't go. Between the Buttons. Unpopular, this is one of my favorites. I love this. I believe Ruby Tuesday is on here. Yeah, Let's Spend the Night Together, which is so fun live. Ruby Tuesday. It's so cute. Look at the back. Have this guy. This has 2 versions of Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. I got this for Christmas a few years ago, so you guys already saw it in a video, but my dad got this for me at Rhino Records. I love Marilyn Monroe. Always have since I was little. Behind you, what I'm staring at right now, I have a huge print on my wall of Marilyn Monroe doing her makeup. That's like half my wall. Love her. And Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend I love that song. And Gentlemen's Prefer Blondes is my favorite Marilyn Monroe movie, which is where the song is from. And I have a cover to that song and everything. And so my dad just thought this was perfect and very unique. And so he got this for me for Christmas, and I absolutely love it. It's honestly stunning. I have a Twitter, I have an Instagram, Bethy Styles on all of it. You know the deal. I even made a TikTok for some little mini covers, which is also Bethy Styles. And TikTok terrifies me. Not fully sure how to use it, but you know, we're out there. I love you guys so much. I hope you'll subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to comment. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video.